ends. Find out what your brightness can do. All brightness cannot solve every problem. There are people that have certain form of light, but they're still suffering with it. I said that, but they are still suffering with it. So the throne of God is not established by the light of the Son of God. The throne of the Majesty on high is established by the light of God. Why the lion will come? It's because his light has higher intensity than the light of the lamb. It's all about light. There's a difference between light of immortality and light of life. Because it is not completely new. Let me re-emphasize it in 1 minute. Then I will leave it. Listen. I will never preach message that have inferior light. I preach for the lion. If you look at the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, Hebrews chapter 8, there are two positions there made by two lights. And can I get it? There are two places on the throne. Listen, don't believe that God can give a man a destiny he doesn't have light for. It's fake. If what I'm saying is not true, why will I be preaching? The light of Jesus is different from the light of the Lion of Judah. And hear me, nobody shares the light of his life totally with another person. Nobody, no messenger. You see, because it is your light that determines your message, your brightness. In Hebrews chapter 8 verse 1, Hebrews chapter 8, he said, now of the things which we have spoken, this is the sum. We have such a high priest
who is set on the right hand of the throne of the Majesty in the heavens.
Now there are two thrones there. There are two places there. One is the right hand of the throne. The other one is the throne. Right hand of the throne. Right hand of the throne of the Majesty on high. It's not the throne. But that right hand is meant for the light of life. It was established by the light of life. But the throne of the Majesty on high is established by the light of immortality, which God will release when mysteries finish. If your grandmother is powerful, she will tell you secret. If your father is powerful, all the men that boast, they boast with light on what they know. He said, we will teach you a lesson. A man of God went to a village, into a family deliverance, into a village deliverance, and went there, and after he finished praying, they went to Alosi, where the chickens that were gathered to shrines, and then gather all the chickens, and then cut the chickens, and they used it to eat stew. Man of God, he entered into a village, they asked him for do family deliverance. And after they have finished praying 3 days, they gathered all the chickens that were dedicated to Alosi and killed all of them and goats. And then they ate it. They used to make stew and porridge yam and eat. After they have finished eating it in the evening, those who keep Alosi, went to the man. They went to the preacher. They told him, I said, listen, we saw that our chickens and fowls and goats that were dedicated to our idol is already eaten. They told him, I said, we are giving you 3 days to replace our chicken and our goat. He said, after 3 days you didn't replace it, we will test your God. Devil doesn't fear prayer. He fears spiritual light. You don't have your paper. I said Satan doesn't fear prayer. Satan fears spiritual light. The light of immortality is one that established the throne of God and make God unapproachable. The word unapproachability can be translated as untouchable, untouchability. And that is the destiny of the Son. Can you be wounded if you're protected? Wherever there is wound, there is no security. It is only lack of security that can produce wounds. What do I say? Huh? It is only lack of security that can produce wounds. So don't even challenge the devil when you are not sure of the intensity of your brightness. We don't hide in prayer. We hide in light. Light is living. Light is God. Why the light of life represents the Lamb? The light of immortality represents anger. That is the end of intelligence. There are two things that are remaining here that I'm going to be through with. I said the eternalness of God is established by the incorruptibility of His word. Now, hear me. I'm done. I'm almost done. Just to pray. Something. The word of God has value in its incorruptibility. And that is why God is eternal. Now, the eternalness of God means that God can be killed. Because He is established by incorruptibility. There is a risky gate on earth. The most risky gate on earth is the gate of corruption. Established in darkness. The word of God is made God eternal because the word of God is incorruptible. Now when you hear incorruptibility, talking about the infallibility, something that has strength not to fail. Is it possible? Is it possible for a man of God? Is it possible for a man of God that is word-based, an apostle, a word-based apostle to be devalued? A word-based apostle. How many places on earth have you seen that a word-based apostle is brought under shame? It's not possible. Because when the word of God is preached incorruptible, everything submit to the eternalness of God. I said when the incorruptible